I'm now delighted to be able to tell you that we're going to get an address, not in the flesh, but via video link. We're going to get an address from one of Europe's key leaders. That is the President of the Commission, Ursula von der Leyen. The fact that she wanted to speak to us today here at FFA, I think, is indicative of the degree to which she takes very seriously the role of food and agriculture in the wider green transition in Europe and that long-term aim of getting to net zero 2050, decarbonization by 2050. She does believe that food and agriculture have to be central to that transition. So I invite you all now to listen to Commission President Ursula von der Leyen.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, thank you for inviting me to address your annual conference of the Forum for the Future of Agriculture. For more than 15 years, the Forum has convened a wide range of stakeholders across the food system. It has become an inclusive space to discuss topics such as the future of our global food system, or to look at new ideas, new solutions to make agriculture more sustainable, and give a real perspective to the many men and women in the European Union farming. You make sure that every day we have healthy, high-quality food in our shops and on our table. And this year, you're meeting at a pivotal moment. Agriculture and food security are very high on our political agenda, and rightly so. In the past years, Europe's agri-food sector has shown remarkable resilience. It weathered a pandemic and an energy crisis. The European Union supported you then, and it will continue to do so. Let me give you 3 examples. First, we want to ease the pressure on farmers by reducing the administrative burden together with member states. We have taken first steps, and we hope to reach agreement on further measures in the coming weeks. Second, we will continue to support the agri-food sector in the current transition. Farmers are experiencing the impact of climate change firsthand. In parts of Europe, the agri-food sector is already confronted with extreme temperatures, droughts, wildfires, floods. This month, the Commission published a new strategy on how to better manage climate risks. And we know that this transition comes at a price. Many farmers have to buy new machinery or introduce new technologies. But we also know that they are ready to lead sustainable practices when they are supported. And the benefits are immense. First, for farmers. With innovation come higher yields and more resilient business cases. But also second, for the environment. More biodiversity, better water quality, healthier soils. And finally, it also brings benefits for manufacturers along the agri-food value chain who want to remain globally competitive. To advance sustainable practices, the European Union has committed more than 30% of the common agricultural policy budget. We're also tripling the number of broadband internet connections in rural areas, and we actively support innovations, be it precision farming or new breeding techniques. Farmers can count on the European Union as a reliable partner. And my third point, we are working towards a new consensus on the future of agriculture. A consensus to replace the current polarization. And this is why in January we launched a strategic dialogue on agriculture. Because we want a transition that is led by the agri-food sector, by farmers, by farm workers, and by rural communities, by the food industry and retailers, and by consumers, environmental and financial groups. This dialogue focuses on tangible solutions. And I'm deeply convinced that we can only overcome the challenges together. So by the summer, your representatives will give advice on concrete recommendations And that should shape the work of the Commission in the next mandate. Dear participants, our European vision of a healthy, inclusive, and fair society is a source of strength. Your sector has a key role to play in this. And I'm grateful that all the main actors in Europe's agri-food value chain are here today, working together to be pioneers for the sector. Europe, more than ever, must lead the way in building a sustainable agri-food system and show the world that sustainability pays off. Last December, COP28 opened with a declaration on sustainable agriculture for the first time in history. And by the end of the conference, over 150 countries, including Europe, had signed up. There is a global momentum. In your meetings, you will further discuss how to use this momentum in Europe, and I look forward to the results of your discussions. I wish you a good conference. Thank you very much.
Well, she's not here, but I'm sure she heard that round of applause wherever she is today. And I'd actually, in a way, be tempted to take a poll and ask you all just how convinced you are by the Commission President's commitment to driving forward this sustainable food system agenda. But we'll perhaps leave that for later when we get truly interactive.